Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we are going to learn very simple concept, Mowshoof Sifa. Mowshoof Sifa mean in simple English it is like adjective, adverb. So something explaining the detail of something. Okay, explain the detail of something or characteristics of the something. Simple example is red car. So the detail of the car, how it looks like, it is red color. Its color is red. So the red is Sifa. Sifa, you might heard this word Sifa. Sifa is the characteristics, the detail. So car is red. Red is the Sifa. Mowshoof is the car. So what is red? It is the car. So simple as that. So Mowshoof Sifa. So in English we say red car. Okay, because Sifa come first, red come first, and then the car comes. But in Arabic, Mowshoof come first. That's why it's Mowshoof Sifa, not Sifa Mowshoof. So in Arabic, when we say the same thing, we say car red. Okay, the car comes first, then the detail comes second. Okay. So what is the ruling on this? How to identify Mawsuf Sifa when you read in the Quran? Okay, it's very simple. We have learned the four properties of the ism. Okay, so we said there is a status, number, gender, and type. We already learned. So if two words, two isms are Mawsuf and Sifa, in simple, both isms four properties should match. If both isms four properties are the same, that means that two words are Mawsuf Sifa. We'll do a example. Before that, I like to highlight few things. First thing, as I already said, the Mawsuf always comes first, then Sifa comes. And second thing is, uh, uh, Mawsuf is normally only one. Mawsuf is only one, but Sifa can be multiple. Like say example, we can say red fast car. Okay, so that means Mawsuf is car, but Sifa is like red and fast, both are Sifa of that car. Or red, uh, fast, big car. So three Sifas, but only one Mawsuf. So Mawsuf is one, and Sifas can be multiple. So in Arabic, the Sifa always come, as I said, always comes after the Mawsuf. So in Arabic we say car, red, big, then fast, like that. And finally, this Mawsuf Sifa can have long-term relationship. We learn Mudaf Mudaf ilayh cannot have long-term relationship because those two isms should be always together. It, it cannot have a long-term relationship. But in Mawsuf Sifa, it can have a long-term relationship. Example, uh, you can say Mawsuf the car and say some other words. Then you can say red in Arabic. So that is possible. When we learn Quran, we will learn that it can have a long-term relationship. It doesn't have to be next to each other. Okay. So we'll try to understand the concept through example. Okay. First example here they have given is Kitabun Saghirun. Kitabun Saghirun. So Saghir means small. Saghir means small. So Kitabun, what are the properties of Kitabun? Simple. Kitabun is first is un sound, so Rafa. Second is there is no the sign for the plural, so it is a singular. Kitabun means one book, a book. And third one is it is gender. There's no sign for the feminine, so it is masculine. So we learn how to, that is already we have learned how to identify these properties. So you have to use those knowledge here. And finally, kitabun is common because there is no al, so it is common. So kitabun means these are the four properties. One is rafa, then singular and masculine, and finally it is a common. In Arabic we call for the common nakira. Now we will see the properties of Saghirun. Saghirun, first thing is it is Rafa, un sound, and it is singular, and it is, why it is singular? Because there is no sign for the feminine, so no sign for the plural, and it is masculine because there is no sign for the feminine, and finally it is common, there is no al as well. So Kitabun Saghirun, all four properties are matching. Kitabun, all four properties matching with the Saghirun four properties. Both are Rafa, both are singular, both are masculine, both are common. So in this case, as I said, if the all four properties are matching, that means these both are Mawsuf and Sifa. Kitabun Sahirun mean a small book, because Kitabun is the Mawsuf, it came first, and Sahirun came second because Sifa comes second. Sifa comes after the Mawsuf. So simple as that. So we'll go to the next example. Kitabani Sahirani. Kitabani Sahirani. So Kitabani, if you remember Muslimun, Musliman, Muslimin, Muslimani, Muslimani, Muslimin. So Kitabani is Rafa. Number is 2. Kitabani, number is 2. Because Muslimani is 2 Muslims, Kitabani is 2 books. And it's masculine, it is still masculine, there is no sign for the feminine. And finally, it is still common because it's not Al-Kitabani, it is Kitabani. So only difference is now the number change, number become 2. So you cannot say Kitabani Sahiratun, then it is not Mawsuf Sifa, because all 3 properties are matching, but number Kitabani is 2, Sahiratun is 1. So you need to convert the Sifa also to pair 2. How to convert Sahirun? You have to convert to 2, Sahirun, Sahiran, Sahirin, Sahirani. Sahirani is 2 small number, the pair 2. So that's how Arabic is. Every Arabic word has the number. So it can be 2 also. So Kitabani Sahirani mean 2 small books. 2 small books. Why it is Sahirani? Because it's Kitabani. So it is matching all the 4 properties. Okay, the final one is Kutubun Sahiratun. Kutubun Sahiratun. Mawsuf Sifa. Okay, this is the tricky one. Okay, so Kutubun, we'll analyze the 4 properties of Kutubun. Kutubun, un sound, Rafa, is easy one. Kutubun, what is the number? Now, this is the tricky one. We already learned when you're learning the broken plural, Kutubun mean books. But the problem is it is not Kitabun, Kitaban, Kitabin, Kitabani, Kitabaini, Kitabaini, Kitabuna. It's not Kitabuna. Instead of Kitabuna, it is Kutubun. So it is a broken plural. So we already learned the broken plural has to be treated like singular feminine. One feminine. So singular feminine we have to treat broken plural. So it is then easy, like Rafa, then it is singular, it is feminine, because it already has to be, gender has to be treated like singular feminine grammatically. So this has to be considered as a feminine, because that's the rule. Broken plural should consider as singular feminine. We already learned about this. And finally, still it is common, there is no one, it is still common, Nakira. So what are the characteristics? It is Rafa, it is singular, it is feminine, because it's broken plural, and finally it is common. Now you will understand, now you will know why we have learned all these singular feminine, all these grammatical rules, because then only we can apply that in our translation. Now if you don't know that theories, if you don't study those theories, we cannot apply here. So that's why we have learned those. Now it become helpful here. Okay, anyhow, Kutubun Sahiratun. Now Sahira, the small, has to have the same 4 characteristics. Okay, we'll check. Sahiratun, un sound, Rafa. Okay, now whether singular or plural, Sahiratun is equal to Muslimatun feminine chart. Can you remember Muslimatun, Muslimatan, Muslimatin, Muslimatani, Muslimatain, Muslimatain, Muslimatun, Muslimatin, Muslimatin. So Sahiratun is Muslim feminine chart. So Sahiratun is singular. Muslimatun is singular. Sahiratun is singular. And Sahiratun is feminine now, because that ta is there. Like Muslimatun, there's a ta. That same ta is there. Sahirun is masculine. Sahiratun is feminine. It becomes singular feminine. Sahiratun becomes singular feminine, like Muslimatun. So here Kutubun also singular feminine. So Sahiratun becomes singular feminine. Same characteristic. And finally both are common. So both are Rafa, both are singular, both are feminine, both are Rafa. So that means this is Mawsuf and Sifa, because all 4 characteristics are matching. So that is small books. That's how you translate small books. In English we cannot say small books, because you cannot make it plural from the small, but in Arabic it has the like That's how it is translated, like not like small book, because it is a singular feminine, considered as singular feminine. Now sahiratun considered as singular feminine. Okay, now we'll move to next example. It is a feminine word, al-hakibatu. Al-hakibatu is a bag, meaning it's a bag. Hakibatu itself, the word itself, even singular itself, is a feminine. We have to say the big bag. So al-hakibatu, al-kabiratu. So al-hakibatu, if you say first thing is rafa, u sound, and it is singular, there's no sign for the feminine, no sign for the plural, and it is feminine because there is a ta marbuta, the ta is there, so it's feminine. Al-hakibatu is feminine, there's a sign for feminine, so this is feminine. And finally it is specific, it is maghrifa, because al is there, al-hakibatu, the bag. Then that is the Mowshoof. The first one is Mowshoof. Then Sifa is kabiratu, al-kabiratu. It has to be al because it has to match. So al-kabiratu, it is, first thing is rafa, it is singular, it is feminine. You have the same tamarabuta in al-kabiratu. And finally it is specific because it has al. So all the four properties are matching. Rafa, singular, feminine, and it is specific. Maghrifa. So this is Mowshoof Sifa. That means the big bag. Kabiratu is big, al-kabiratu is big, al-hakibatu bag, the big bag, because all four properties are matching. So that is a Mowshoof Sifa. Big is the Mowshoof Sifa of the Mowshoof, that is the bag. So second, the next example is al-hakibatani, al-kabiratani. It is very simple, like muslimatani, muslimatan, like muslimatun, muslimatan, muslimatin, muslimatani, two Muslim feminine, two Muslim women. So like al-hakibatani, two bags. Why it is hakibatani? Because hakibatun is feminine, so hakibatani, two bags, you have to say hakibatani, like muslimatani chart. So then the sifa become al-kabiratani. All four properties will match. Both are rafa, both are number is 2, and both number is gender is feminine, and finally both are specific. All four properties are matching. That means the two big bags. Okay, the two big bags. Then finally we'll go to the third one, that is bags. We have to say big bags, plural. So al-hakaibu, al-hakaibu. This is the broken plural of hakibatu, because hakibatun, hakibatan, hakibatin, hakibatani, hakibataini, hakibataini, hakibatun. It should be hakibatun, but there is no word called hakibatun. You have to say the broken plural, because these are the things that doesn't have akal, or it is not a person name, it is not a live thing. So normally if there is no akal, if there is no intellect, we consider those as a it should be, the plural should be normally broken plural. So akib, al-hakaibu. So akibatun, broken plural, al-hakaibu, al-hakaibu. So now what is the properties? Al-hakaibu properties. First one is it is rafa, because u sound, and broken plural should treat as singular feminine. So this hakaibu should treat it as singular and feminine because it is broken plural, and finally it is as hal, so it is specific. So that means that is Mowshoof Sifa. All properties, four properties should match. So what the kabi, al-kabiratu. So kabir, al-kabiratu, what are the four properties? First one is it is rafa, u sound, and it is singular, and it is feminine, and it is feminine because of tamrabuta. Singular, there is no plural sound, and finally it has al, so it is specific. So rafa, both are singular, both are feminine, both are specific. So this is a Mowshoof Sifa. You might have said bags is not singular, bags is plural, but that's the meaning. If it is a broken plural, it has to treat it like singular feminine. So these both are Mowshoof Sifa. So that means the big bags. Okay, now the point is, if you go back to the same example, al-hakibatu, that means one bag. It is a single bag, but it's feminine. So al-kabiratu, they are also al-kabiratu. And if you come to the plural quorum, al-akaibu, same al-kabiratu, because the broken plural anyway treated as singular feminine. The first one, al-hakibatu, also singular feminine. So both words, al-hakibatu, al-akaibu, both words, the sifa is al-kabiratu because it's a singular feminine. So now you will get idea also what we have learned earlier. So how to treat the singular feminine and why it is helpful here, and how to decode the Mowshoof Sifa in the Quran. So finally I will finish with the example, the very famous example when we are reading the Quran. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Is there a Mowshoof Sifa inside? Yes, there is a Mowshoof Sifa inside. What is the Mowshoof Sifa? Bismillahi. Okay, Bismi, I'm not talking, we didn't learn I think yet. So Allahi, Bismillahi. So when you say Allahi word, it is first of all is jar, Allahi, jar, he sound, and it is singular. Obviously Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is singular. If you say plural, it's damaging our iman, till damage our iman. We always Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is one, Qul huwallahu ahad. Then not damaging iman, we don't have iman. So Allah is always one, singular, and then it is masculine. Grammatically is masculine. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't have a gender, but grammatically we consider, grammatically only, the word Allah is considered as masculine, and it is specific because it's a specific name. So it is jar, it is singular, it is masculine, it is specific. These are the four properties. Then Bismillahir Rahmani, Allahi and Rahmani, or Rahmani. So what are the four properties of Ar-Rahmani? First is jar, Rahmani, E sound jar. It is singular, it is masculine, because singular there is no sign for the feminine. Rahmani, it is masculine, there is no sign for the feminine. And Ar-Rahmani, it is not Rahman, it's Ar-Rahmani. So Al is already there. So that means it is specific. So both are Rafa, both are singular, both are masculine, both are specific. That means Allah and Rahman, it is Mowshoof and Sifa. Okay? Because Sifa comes after the Mowshoof. We already learned that. Rahmani, Rahimi, singular. Rahimi is jar and singular and masculine and specific. Ar-Rahimi. So that also the Sifa, because all four properties are matching. So I said Allah is the Mowshoof, and Ar-Rahmani, Rahimi both are Sifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So how to translate this? I'll give a simple translation, which is Sahih. I think Sahih. There's a translation called Sahih Muslim or something. They are following this translation. There's a deep meaning, but the simple translation is Rahmani means entirely merciful for everyone. Rahimi means specifically merciful. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is specifically merciful for some people. That is his abd is good people. So that means the simple English, these both are sifa of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So entirely merciful, specifically merciful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the translation. Entirely merciful, specifically merciful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So because normally when you translate English, the sifa should come first, like red car. In Arabic, car red, here red car. So you have to take these two sifas, beginning, and then translate. So this is the idea. So how to translate the Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, that you will learn later, but I'll give you a simple idea. In the name of entirely merciful, specifically merciful, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I am saying, Ya Allah, He is giving the characters. I am starting in the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How He is, what is the sifa of His? He is entirely merciful, He is specifically merciful. So that means when we say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, we should feel the mercy, we should feel the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are saying there are so many characteristics for the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but we are saying He is the most loving and caring and that merciful Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are saying that name. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us to understand the Quran and take it into our life and spread all over the world, inshallah, before we go to the Qabr. Okay, inshallah, if you have any doubt, just ask. This is the lesson for the Mowshoof Sifa.